Alright, it is time for day 4 of the TORGUE mod. So today we're going to go ahead and keep making some forward progress through TVHM. Pretty much just walking forward for the most part. I did just see a comment, apparently I didn't realize this. This skill right here actually makes it so that our rocket launcher deals 0 damage to everything, including us. So this makes it only useful for rocket jumping. So we might avoid this skill temporarily until I get a better setup that I actually like to use. But we will eventually spec into this skill, of course, so that we can go ahead and try it out. So we are on wildlife right now. Surely we will get through the rest of TVHM today. It really shouldn't be too much of a problem. It is an extra level higher than us, but we could always go figure out some XP somewhere along the way. And I think we're gonna be fine. We're literally just one-shotting just about everything that exists. And the mod author did update the mod to try to fix the loading screen problem we were having the other day. So hopefully it should be fine. I'm curious, I think it only really happens whenever our timer was active from when I was watching the editing yesterday. So we'll just kind of have to see here if that is the case. Okay, this map loaded. We'll just have to keep that in mind every time we travel from here on. Maybe it'll be fixed. It probably is. Alright, we are level 42. So, from here we are going to go ahead and spec out Vault Slayer. So with this, we should see our movement speed move up to 18 miles an hour. The only downside is we won't be able to sprint, which also means that my personal preference to use a sliding mod won't really work, since it requires you to be in a dead sprint to trigger it, but that's okay. That's not anything related to the mod, that's just my own personal mod choice, won't really work there. Our Torgue guns should instantly replenish from reserves. We deal 75% more damage. Our ammo cost is going to go up substantially, but we can also offset that by using our nuke to get resupplies. We will get that movement speed, of course. We will get a crap ton of velocity, which I don't know how that'll interact with the Herald. And then we also get some melee knockback as well. So immediately upon speccing the skill, 18 miles an hour, sometimes a little higher, kind of just depends. It's being a little... well, okay, now it's kind of evened out. Okay, so it's even a little bit faster than I thought it would be. Now I do have to try it with the Herald since it increases the velocity. Still usable, still just fine. Cool. And of course we might eventually get bored of having this skill, and that's just where we would decide to, you know, spec out of it. So that is okay. That just might be a thing we eventually do in the future if we do decide that we don't necessarily have as much fun with this. And also, this is one of those things where you might psych yourself out by thinking, oh, I'm not sprinting, I don't feel faster. But you are faster, it's just that your FOV isn't expanded in the way that normal sprinting FOV would be. So, to the player, it might feel like you are moving slower, but genuinely we are moving at least, I don't know, about 50% faster than running speed, probably, something like that. So it is genuinely just faster in general. And then of course I can eventually spec a skill like this over here, which will further increase our movement speed. So it's actually fine. It just visually looks like we are moving slower. And also another note is the fact that since we never really run out of ammo in our magazine, this actually just passively removes the capacity to multi-shot or double shot. So just a sneaky little way to fix a bug while also making it completely optional for the player. I don't think you'd really miss out on much by not speccing this skill. It would just entirely be personal preference, but it's a sneaky little way of getting that done. And also, now that I'm kind of thinking about it, you could still, of course, use non-Torgue weapons with this skill to multi-shot and stuff like that. So our bandit Bata that we are using to rocket jump, we will still be able to do that if we want to. So that is still totally an option. It should be fun, and it should be fine. This movement is so responsive for this game. It's kind of nuts. That is not your pedestal. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now that I've been trying to use a rocket launcher for damage for a little bit here with Vault Slayer, I see how it could pair well with Impulse 101, simply for the fact that this rocket launcher costs 4 ammo to shoot, and that's a lot of ammo, whereas shooting a Bada would just cost the normal 1. And then pairing that with the extra projectiles you get from this, pair that with a sham or an absorb shield of any type, probably just doing that would be more efficient for your resources. Dear God, this thing uses 12 ammo per shot. That makes it very unwieldy, not gonna lie. Right, we are level 43, which means it is time to officially move over to keyboard and mouse, because we have our first custom bound skill. So this one, gain a shoulder-mounted frag cannon, press Z to fire a grenade that heals you based off damage dealt. Okay, keys are rebound, so let's see. Okay, so it just whips out a grenade that just does a lot of damage, and then it gives me some healing back based off of that grenade. Cool. Alright, let's see how much damage this does. Not a whole lot. Okay, so that might literally just be a healing tool. That's all I really think it will be. Not sure. Maybe against a weaker guy like this, it might be more useful, but I don't really think so. Yeah, okay. So it's more of a healing tool. Okay. I can't wait to hit level 80 and just constantly be rolling my spam. Instead of, like, you know, walking and shooting and pressing F sometimes. I'm gonna feel so... Actually, it might feel like too much. I don't know. My goodness, man. I have like 8 buttons bound to damage. Oh wait, I have 9. So we have shoot, melee, grenade, action skill, and then 5 more custom binds on this character that are all devoted to skills. And I guess technically some of them may not be exactly related to damage. I don't know if this one is. I think it should just be an invuln uber charge. I'm not really sure what it is. But that means we have 9 skills we can use on this character that just are all damage forward. Very fun. I will say though, now that I'm actually starting to get a little bit invested into the character skill trees properly, this is a very unique feeling character. Just spamming out a bunch of buttons and then also watching them all individually do their own unique explosion is pretty fun. Not gonna lie. I think we hit the 11th nuke. Okay. So hopefully... Yep. And then that should just continue to tick him. Possibly? It's not. Why is it not doing that? Oh well, I guess we'll just kind of go hide and buy ammo for a second then. Nice. How's the torguing going? Dude, I'm torguing all over. People are exploding. It's great. It's a good time. That's a big cannon. It doesn't matter. I'm dead. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I would say our damage is pretty good. Weirdly, I'm running out of survivability though, so I do need to probably get a better shield or something. Especially considering the fact I think ours is level, 32, whereas this is level 44. So yeah, I could definitely probably use an upgrade. There we go. Alright, so bunker down, not too bad. I'm really liking these instant death launcher shots that I do have now that I'm getting used to them, because I can sort of just click on a guy and it just instantly transmit death into their face, and it's super duper nice. Biblically accurate muscles. Saturn, honestly, might farm him for XP. Might not be a bad idea. He's certainly worth a lot at the very least. He is worth a lot. Okay. Okay. We're done farming for XP. Well, we were a little bit too creative on accident with how we were farming XP. I blew up 10 Saturns at the exact same time at level 46 with BL2 Fix on, so we leveled up a little bit. So we can go ahead and start investing into our right tree here already. I do have a point put into our new turret pets. I don't want to go too far with them, but we do have a high five right here. And then I'm not really sure. I thought we were supposed to have a second turret or a second pet, but this seems good. Seems fine to me. Okay, so apparently the second little turret boy is supposed to have spawned, and he should spawn the next time I throw a nuke. So we will just have to look out for that, but it should be fine probably. Well, I don't really know what's causing the lack of secondary drone, but it should be fine. I'm not really reliant on it. Of course, that probably will be a thing to get looked at, but not really a problem, per se. Alright, Jack and Warrior. And Warrior. I might have to wait a little bit longer on this fight, just because waiting for cooldown on nukes. Or I could save quit and get it back instantly. Yeah, let's try that. Might as well. Also, this is without slagging anybody, so no taking advantage of double or triple damage in UVHM. Alright. Warrior. Wow, actually more thick than expected. Fair enough. What level is your gear at this point? Oh, it's not. Level 30. Okay, the launcher is level 43. That is a very good point. Most of my weapons are actually severely underleveled, and we have entirely been cruising off of abilities here. That is a very, very good note to bring up. Alright, 11th the nuke. Okay, that's funny though. Come on. That's good. Okay, there we go. Right, and there we go. So that is TVHM done. Feels pretty easy still, of course. Blowing up dudes, having funny noob tube noise, all of it just feels good. Our damage is super duper high, even for the fact that I forgot to farm any equipment at all. We have entirely been crutching on the fact that I can just press F on dudes, and then also sometimes press, you know, the funny grenade. So, yeah, this has been working. We will be getting into UVHM next, so I might consider investing a little bit into slag, so that I can actually, like, debuff enemies for 3 times damage in UVHM, since I think that is unchanged, probably. And then we can finally get into our right tree over here, so that should feel good too. I might avoid the rocket damage skill a little bit, I'm not really sure yet. I do like pinging guys with our current rocket launcher, but I know it's going to drop off, and probably some mobility and just more ability spam would be better. So, might end up just doing that. So, yeah, seems good. Day 4.